the team, talking about how impressive he was last year, how much he helped that defense, how good he was, how much fun he was to watch and to cover. And he's can help the pass rush from the interior. He's a big physical nose tackle, a true nose tackle. So now they won't be swimming in the waters of Derek Nottie, which, those waters were fine for a while, but no longer. And again, Derek Nottie, great guy, such a nice guy. Helped this team win some championships, but not good enough anymore. So you can put him in the same group as Pacheco. Not that guy anymore. But it looks like Tonga is just a perfect fit for what they want to do. And 18 snaps at fullback.
Oh, yeah.
So a little short yardage fun. You don't think you're going to see Jake's laughing? You don't think you're going to see him at fullback?
I'm smiling.
I promise you, Big Red was like,
pulled out the Dante Poe.
Hungry pig.
Doggone it.
Yeah.
Not even trick plays, just lining up and smashing someone in the mouth on the goal line. Go look at some of the highlights of him as a lead blocker in some plays for New England last year. Just a little, the agent made sure to mention that to the guys at NFL Network. Oh, and he's going to play some fullback too. So that wasn't a throwaway comment. So that's going to be a fun guy that they can get creative with in short yardage or down around the goal line. Kenneth Walker, 3 years, $43.05 million. Alohi Gilman, 3 years, $24.75 million. Kyrus Tonga, 3 years, $21 million. Kelsey, 1 year, $12 million with a chance to make it 15. Tyquan Thornton, 2 years, $11 million. Pretty damn good first day. And oh, by the way, they got 9 draft picks. 3 in the top 40. Nate?
Great day. I'm with you. Obviously, I was daydreaming of the idea of Jeremiah Love being a Chief, but Kenneth Walker.
Sometimes I night dreamed about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Kenneth Walker, for all the reasons you said, it's just
K9.
You got to give each this. I mean, whenever there's been an issue on this team that they felt like they've had to address in the offseason, they did not waste time. They have gone after it. And they aggressively addressed it. I think, the only thing I'd add to what you said about the cost, the running backs are kind of coming back. You know what I mean? Like the last couple years, the running game has mattered a lot to the team that won the Super Bowl. And so I think that, yes, people still understand there's a short shelf life for running backs. There's a little hesitancy to pay them the way that you pay other guys. But just a couple years ago, all these running backs were like trying to unionize because nobody wanted to sign anybody. Now all of a sudden it's like everybody's trying to make sure they get a good running back. But that explosiveness of Walker is huge. It really, what a day. What a day yesterday. Well, it was crazy.
I was super happy that they re-signed Tyquan Thornton before I went to bed.
Oh, yeah.
That was beautiful. Jake?
Love it. What a great day. Great day, woo. Yeah, I was thrilled with it.
Anything specific besides Walker? Give me your thoughts on Walker. And then the other pieces they were able to sign yesterday.
I think we were all on yesterday when we were talking about. Everybody said bring back Thornton. He was easily.
I was nervous that they couldn't, but
right.
Man, I'm just so happy that they did.
I think that's huge. They needed to address safety. They did. And you see what Cook got with the Bengals. It's like, yeah, that's like it's just not realistic. And I think that was a great.
Such a weird contract. Have you seen the details of his contract with the Bengals?
I saw the numbers.
It's very Bengals-ish.
Front loaded.
It's very sensitive. No, we can go through. It's very when you look at it, oh yeah, Bengals. Such
That's,
a,
and not
such
in a
a,
good way.
it's such
I'm
a
guessing.
weird.
Oh, I mean, that's look at that holdout they had last year with their first round draft pick. It had something to do like
when
can't
Bo
get
Richter gets
arrested.
it, I'll read all. It's such a odd. I think Mark just said something like stupid or something. I don't know. Go ahead, Jake. Sorry.
No, I'm thrilled, and there's probably it was never a question in my mind yesterday when we were talking about Kelsey. That was just strictly negotiating tactics. The Diana Rossini report that other teams would be, of course, other teams would be looking at him.
I mean, I just could not imagine it. I'm like, really?
Yeah, no,
He's
but-
going to go play.
Hey, look, he got
Well-
what he wanted, probably. So,
Great.
yeah. Give
But
him
it just was like, really?
no,
Is that going to happen?
no, it was never going to happen. Lebo was being a little silly about it yesterday, but putting it at 25%.
I do think, getting a defensive tackle, getting his safety, makes you feel like with some of those draft picks that they have, they can add a couple more pieces on the defense that are like
they will.
young star
Count on it.
player. Right. Yeah. But like,
Be weird if they didn't.
you get really excited about it now because for a while there was like, there's not enough. Even if they hit on these draft picks, they have so many holes to fill now.
I bet 2 of their 3 first picks will be out of the top 40 picks. 2 of them out of those 3 will be defensive players. I bet.
And exciting ones.
I mean,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like
Yes.
high picks that you're like, okay.
I don't know. Who knows? We have to see what happens because free agency's not over. They still got to
Right? Yeah. There's still work to be done.
I like it because they don't have to do anything. You'd like to see him get a corner,
Yep.
but
With one of those first 3 picks.
I mean, what
I'd like to see an edge rusher.
if they go tight end with one of those picks? What if they go? I mean, I think I'd like to see wide receiver.
Yep.
Like see edge.
Offensive tackle.
They could.
I mean, Veach has done a pretty good job of that in most drafts, of at least getting themselves where they have answers at most positions so they don't feel like they're pigeonholed into we got to get one position in the draft. We can be more flexible.
Mina Kimes posted over the last 2 years, the Chiefs running backs have run for 10-plus yards less than 9% of the time. 31st among 32 teams. Last season, Kenneth Walker had the 3rd highest rate of any running back of carries that resulted in 10-plus yards. Kenneth Walker forced a missed tackle on 30.2% of his touches in 2025, the 3rd highest rate in the NFL with a minimum of 150 touches. I mean, there's so many boxes he checks for what the Chiefs need. Which just was for a dead running game. He was 3rd among all running backs in explosive run rate last season. The 3 worst explosive running back rush rates of the last 25 years all belong to the Chiefs.
Wow. Yikes. And Walker's only, carried the ball around 220 times every year. So it's not like you're talking about a guy that's had 400 carries a couple times or something where you feel like he's going to be worn down when he gets here.
According to True Media Sports, Kenneth Walker III had 10 carries of 20 or more yards last year. 10 carries of 20 or more yards. The Chiefs' 2025 running back room combined for 1.
Yeah, he had more in the Super Bowl than they did all season.
He had more on one drive in the Super Bowl. One drive than the Chiefs had all last year. We got lots to talk about. And then last night, if you watched the World Baseball Classic
Woo!
and Team USA beating Mexico, which turned out to be an exciting game, Bobby Witt Jr., he showed the world, showed the nation what we see in Kansas City on a regular basis. 2 spectacular defensive plays at shortstop.
Boys are playing some ball.
That had people gushing all over baseball. It was incredible. Bobby Baseball. Bobby Witt Jr. Bobby Hit Jr. Bobby! We'll take a break back after this on WHB. Welcome back to the show. Mark Bo Richter, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing very well. Before we get into
We got a lot to talk about.
the football, I got to give Bobby Wood Jr. some more love.
Oh,
I sent Jake. I was in Jake's DMs last night. Do you get pinged with that? Am I irritating you when I'm?
No, not at all. I don't. You'd be shocked to understand that I don't have any notifications on my phone at all, like whatsoever.
That's somewhat disheartening. If I have to send you something that's important,
Yeah.
I'd like you to. I'd like you to know.
Yeah.
Just on a professional
I
basis.
look at it.
Okay.
I keep my eye on my
So
phone.
you were aware of it.
Yeah, when I check it.
So now late at night, Steven's just going to call you and be like, check your DMs.
On my phone, that wouldn't
You
ring.
don't have the ringer on either?
No,
let
it
me
doesn't
tell you
have the
something.
ringer on.
No, I'm not. I'm not calling anybody.
My ringer's not on and no notifications.
Right.
The only notifications I have on my phone that are turned on are my text messages.
So I sent you 4 clips, and let's just play 2 of them. First of all, it was startling, as Mike Boddicker points out, it is somewhat startling here to see Ken Rosenthal standing between Aaron Judge and Bobby Witt Jr. looking like a baby with a microphone. And this is coming from a short guy. When a short guy says, "Boy, that guy's really short," just look at the picture right there. Hello, fellas. And so let's play the first one. I sent it to you twice. I fat fingered that one. Sorry. Aaron Judge, who hit a home run in the game. He was talking about the atmosphere and winning that game against Mexico last night. And he was asked, I love what he said. We have to play this for Gary Dieter when he comes in on Thursday. Then he was asked about Bobby, so if you didn't see it, it's Aaron Judge, Ken Rosenthal, and then the other side, Bobby Witt Jr. after the game. Here is Ken Rosenthal talking to Aaron Judge.
All right, we're here with 2 of the heroes, Aaron Judge and Bobby Witt Jr. Aaron, we'll start with you. This game had a special level of intensity. After your 2-run homer in the third, you flipped your bat, shouted into the dugout. How different was the level of emotion you were experiencing tonight?
It's playoff baseball in March. That's what it's all about. It's a little March Madness here, and I love it. The fans came with it today. This was a fun atmosphere, exciting atmosphere. The boys were ready to go. You got Paul Skeens on the mound who was doing his thing, and when Mexico started getting going there, this place got pretty rowdy, but the boys stayed locked in and delivered a win.
All right, you also made a terrific throw tonight, but the defensive hero was this guy, Mr. Witt. Watching him make those 2 diving plays, Aaron, what were you thinking?
It's just special. He's the reason why he's one of the best players in the game, if not the best player in the game. It's just consistently day in and day out. He does it on both sides of the ball, and he makes plays like that win you a ball game. There's only maybe 1 or 2 individuals in the game that can do that, and he's one of them.
Aaron, thanks very much.
One of the best players, if not the best player. I mean, Aaron Judge. Sorry. I mean, those 2 defensive plays, his range, his athleticism, his arm, and then when he stretched that into a double later at the plate, the speed, it was all on display. And it was so much fun to see all these people that don't watch Bobby Witt Jr. all the time just marveling at what he did, right? He's already great. He's already an MVP candidate. He's been in the postseason. People are aware of him, but then, locked in last night, because I feel like a good amount of baseball fans were watching that game last night. People from other sports, just, good God, look at this guy. What the hell was that? And then when you're still wrapping your head around the first defensive play, he did it again. Were you guys watching this? Am I the only one that was freaking out at this? I mean,
I wasn't freaking out about it. I thought they were awesome plays.
He's just
Probably because we
incredible.
watched it, though. That's probably why. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I still freak out
awesome.
about it.
Don't get me wrong.
I mean, Paul Skeens was, you saw the look that he gave
Skeens
him.
like, because he's looking like, so.
Did you see?
Yeah.
Somebody
Brian
tweeted out.
McGann
Yeah, is that who it was?
tweeted it.
Yes, it was absolutely awesome.
He said Paul Skeens doesn't even look at Livy Dunn the way he looks at
Bobby Witt Jr.
Bobby Witt Jr.
I bet he does.
That was
That's
great.
a funny tweet.
That was
though.
great, though.
I
It
bet
was
he,
great.
I bet he does.
he might. But
He needs to.
No, it was fantastic. It was fantastic.
But man, he just looked at him like,
Here's the crazy part.
yeah.
Yeah, if you're a starting pitcher, how could you not fantasize about having him at shortstop?
The crazy part also, if you watch, for those that watch the game and listen to the announcers talk about, they're talking about Mark DeRosa not playing Bobby Witt Jr. in the last World Baseball Classic and how he just sat the bench the whole time. And you're like, how?
Let's hear now Ken Rosenthal after he was done speaking with Aaron Judge. He turns his attention to Bobby Witt Jr.
Bobby, those 2 plays you made tonight, you've made a lot of great plays in the major leagues at shortstop. How would you rate the degree of difficulty on each of those?
I don't know. They just kind of happen. Those are the ones that are fun. You just go out there and try to make plays. Skeen sat with me on the bus. I said, I got your 6 tonight, whatever happens. But then there he was, and so it was awesome just seeing this guy do what he does and seeing the team just how everyone's bought into just winning.
2023, you didn't play much, and now you're playing a significant role on this team. What is it like for you being in the middle of the action like this after what happened in 23?
Yeah, this is special. We're just trying to go out there, win 1 game at a time, win whatever it is, 7 games, and go out there and enjoy it each and every day.
Bobby, congratulations. Thanks. Guys, thanks very much.
Bobby.
I'll tell you what, he's not going to say much ever. And that's fine. He does all his talking on the field. He does all of his talking on the field. Just
I
trying to
thought
make
that
a
was
play.
good. I loved it.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I don't like the question from Rosenthal, like, how would you rate those?
Yeah.
Like, in the moment, as a
number
player,
3, I think. 3,
Yeah, 3 or
3 and
4.
7.
Plus, you asking the guy to rate his own play.
Well, the other thing with it
it was
is,
a
like,
pretty great one, wasn't it? I
Yeah.
mean, it was one of my best.
The other
Ken,
thing, like,
that was the best play
I've ever made.
ever made in my life.
Great would that
defensively,
be?
And
defensively
then-
also, you're just reacting.
The next one was the second best play I've ever made.
In my entire life.
Right.
It's still crazy. Like, you got to pinch yourself. Like, this is our guy.
I mean, I'll pinch you.
No.
Hey.
I
Come in
mean,
here.
Hey.
it's like, this is our guy.
It makes you feel good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, no, it's
And they-
it's like-
but
and they-
I know what you mean. Like, we see that a lot.
Yes.
But this is hokey, I guess. But there was I had a tremendous sense of pride watching
Yeah,
that.
Yeah,
no,
that's
get
what I
that.
mean.
And
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Team USA, and there's our guy, Kansas City's guy, Bobby Witt Jr., and he's doing that, and it just it hit different, I'm just like, that's our guy, that's the Royals, that's Bobby Witt Jr., and it just made me feel so good. And yeah, we see that he'll do that against the Detroit Tigers and do that against the Cleveland Guardians, and it'll be just as spectacular. But it just hit different last night.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, look at all these people. See, they see what we see.
And I think it makes a huge difference that, like, he signed on to stay here for a long period of time. Because there was a long stretch where the Royals even when they won in 14 and 15, it was a lot of guys. It was like, yeah, they're here for now, but as soon as they get the opportunity to go get a big paycheck somewhere else, they're leaving. And he didn't do that. I mean, he could leave someday. I'm not saying he's going to just play as a Royal his whole career. Maybe he will.
What are you saying?
Well, he's signed through 2030.
Stand down.
And then, I mean, a contract that actually goes through 2037. But the point is, like, you feel like he is our guy.
Right.
More than just like a guy that's here because he got drafted here and is going to leave as soon as he can. He's our guy. And I love the World Baseball Classic. I told you that. I love the atmosphere of the places. I like a global competition. I think it's cool to actually have a world. We call it the World Series, but this is actually a global competition, And there's guys getting testy with each other that play on their Major League Baseball team together that are having issues. It's like if it matters to the players. I think that was the challenge when they started the competition way back, whenever it started. It was hard to get buy-in, especially from a lot of the American players, kind of like, why are we doing this? We should be getting ready for our Major League Baseball season. But now you can tell as it's going on, they care. They
I
wanna
told you
win.
guys a couple of weeks ago that what we saw in the Olympics with the U.S. hockey team was going to have an impact
Yes.
on this competition, not only for the players, but also for the fans, because that got me fired up. Just watching the United States win the gold medal in hockey, then I'm like, okay, World Baseball Classic, let's go. And I feel like that, and they talked about that. The players have talked about that. They saw that, and the guys that were already going to be on this team in this competition couldn't wait to get out there and play for the United States. And guess what? There's something beautiful about that. We'll take a break. Back after this on WHB. What's up, Kansas City? Stephen St. John here for my friends at Kansas City Credit Union. If you've been thinking about becoming a member, remember, if you work, worship, or reside in Jackson, Cass, or Clay County, Missouri, you're eligible for membership. Visit kansascitycreditunion.com/810sports for more information. And at Kansas City Credit Union, you can check out very highly competitive rates on auto loans. Home, RV, and motorcycle loans also have competitive rates. And they are just flat out good people at Kansas City Credit Union. That's why I'm a member. That's why my son Richie is a member, and you could be a member too. They have savings account options to meet your financial goals, and really they will help you if you need it. They have expert financial advice and personal service in choosing the right loan for you if that's what you're looking for. Visit kansascitycreditunion.com/810sports for more information. And when you talk to someone from Kansas City Credit Union, please tell them Stephen St. John sent you. Welcome back to the show. All right. We've got former Chiefs wide receiver Mark Boerichter in studio. Let's get your reaction to what the Chiefs did yesterday. First, bringing back Travis Kelce, 1 year, $12 million, and that could reach $15 million.
Yep.
Thumbs up?
Yeah, thumbs up.
Thumbs up from everybody?
2 thumbs up.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think I heard you guys talking about this earlier, but I was laughing hysterically yesterday also when the subtle report of other teams are in. Right. Travis Kelce is
Here's
coming
a
back
nice
for a 14th.
negotiating ploy.
Yeah. And here's the...
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Before we start talking about this too, right? Nobody can sign these contracts till tomorrow. So even some of the details that are coming out right now may not be the actual details of the entire thing. So, and I'm not just talking about Kelce's contract, I'm talking about all of them. But I always thought, and I said it on here, but I thought he was going to lean to come back. The longer this went without an announcement, he was coming back. And I kind of thought that $10 to $12 million would get it done for sure with him. So up to 15 with incentives, I think it's a good deal for both parties. So,
Any other comments on the amount of money?
well, he's got a wedding to pay for.
Right.
So
That's exactly
those
right.
are expensive.
You need
Does
deposits.
he-
I know, I've
don't
done
think
it
he
twice,
I don't think
by the
he-
way,
I
so
don't think
I
he's
know.
paying for that one.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
You don't think he'll pitch in?
See,
He'll
but
pay for the rehearsal dinner.
I hate to correct you, Mark, but he's got a home renovation to pay for
That
Donna
too,
Kelce.
That too. That's why the incentives are in there for him.
6 doors and 9 windows, buddy. Hopefully, again, he's going to Window Nation for those windows. Nothing down and zero interest.
It's a win-win for both parties.
Man,
Right.
it's great that he's back.
Yeah.
It's just great.
Kenneth Walker III.
Yeah.
Your reaction?
Look, they have a lot of needs, right? And I'll just say this before you going down this list of guys. I think they addressed a lot of those needs yesterday, right, in free agency. To start free agency, I should say. They're certainly not done yet. There's more to come. I'll be real with you. I didn't think there was any shot that they were going to get Kenneth Walker, to be honest. Love the aggressiveness by Brett Veach. I like the signing. The reality is, with all these free agent signings, you're probably overpaying for guys no matter what. You're paying a premium. But it's a 3-year deal, right? Worth up to 45, correct? If he gets to the 45, I think with his incentives and everything else, I think it's a good deal for this team. So, clearly a position you had to address. And to stay on the running back side, with what the Saints did, with what the Chiefs did, they clearly either think that Jeremiah Love's not going to be available to them at that spot in the draft. Because if there were certainties, okay, and you knew Jeremiah Love was going to be there at 9, you don't go spend $45 million on a running back, right? Based on the hype, at least what everybody thinks that Jeremiah Love's going to be. But there are uncertainties. You have no idea what's going to happen in the draft. So you've got to address some of those needs. And for a signing like Kenneth Walker like this, there are other years that the Chiefs have probably been fairly aggressive in free agency and they don't get the deal done with that guy because he goes somewhere else. And you wonder, why weren't they targeting this guy? Well, they probably were. So I like the signing. I think it addresses a major need for them. And I think he probably, when looking at this free agent class, was probably the best player available as well in caliber. So I like it.
I think if I had to rank the running backs that I wanted, I would have gone Love first just because I was so intrigued by his upside. But Walker would have been like 1B.
Yeah.
Because, and the thing is, like, he's already a proven NFL running back. As crazy as you can, like, I think Love's going to be terrific, but he's never played in the NFL.
Right.
You know, there have been guys that you thought were going to be can't miss that missed. Walker can win a Super Bowl. Like, he is a proven Super Bowl champion caliber running back that does exactly what this team has needed, which is break big plays and make you respect the run game. So he's everything the Chiefs need. I mean, it's and now, because we've been talking about all these other things that you could dream about the Chiefs getting, a good pass rusher, another playmaker at the quarter position, maybe another playmaker on offense. You can dream about all those things. Now they're all on the table with a couple of first-round draft picks now.
I mean, the guy that some of us originally wanted is still in play, and Reuben Bain Jr.
His tiny arms.
Right. T-Rex himself. Jake, are you at all it was a little more money than you anticipated for Kenneth Walker III. Any issues with how much he cost?
No, not at all. Not at all. That is worth every penny to upgrade that position and to put any doubt whatsoever in anybody's mind that we're changing this running back room, and the fact that he's going to be working with Eric Bieniemy gives me even more faith that this is going to work out.
Why is it worth all the money, but it wouldn't have been worth a draft pick?
Because, look, when you draft a running back, I believe you can be drafting a guy in a position where, look, the top-end running back makes $20 million. That's the top-paid running back in all of the league, right? And you look at look at the top-paid corner.
You want to spend the number 9 pick on a wide receiver or
guys are gonna be making
an edge rusher,
million,
guys that you can't afford to go get a premium player in free agency.
Right. So you just went
financially. That's and even though I love Jeremiah, that is a terrific argument of why not to take a running back in the top 10, because go and look and see what the edge rushers got.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, Jalen Phillips got $30 million a year, and
you can't even.
You just can't get him.
You're the Chiefs. You can't even begin to dream about that. If you're the Chiefs, right? Even though you don't have all the money in the world to spend, you went out and got the number 1 running back on the market. You can do that. And how much was it? Max, it'll be $15 million.
Yeah.
It's a little over 14.
Yeah.
It could be 15, right?
Yeah.
Can they go out and get the number 1 wide receiver on the market?
No.
Can they go get the number 1 edge on the market? They can't.
Nope.
No, but
that's why.
But see, and that makes sense.
That's why you don't draft a running back in the first round, because the value of that pick in terms of what you can put into resources at the top end positions, the paid positions, it just makes too much sense to wait, because you can get really damn good running backs in the 3rd and 4th round, really good ones,
which the Chiefs will do.
But if you believe that Jeremiah Love is a generational player, I'm fine with it in the right situation.
Right.
With the right team.
Yeah, because the counter argument to Jake, and I don't necessarily believe this, but the counter argument is, and I fully understand your point on the premium position, right, side of things and salary. The counterpoint to that is you're drafting a guy with 5 years of control, or at least 4 years of control on a rookie contract.
Sure. Yeah.
By drafting him in the first round.
You get an edge. You got to,
I think what you just said is really exciting too, though. They'll draft a good young running back.
They're going
with
to
one of these.
Absolutely.
Too.
Yeah, and there's a good running back class too.
Yeah.
I think the pendulum, though, it had swung so far to where it was almost like people thought, well, all running backs are the same.
Look what the running backs got in free agency last year. Javonte Williams got nothing.
I mean, it's still such a low. I mean, it's one of the lowest paid positions.
It swung back a little bit, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
a little
bit.
The pendulum
has
swung too far in one direction.
But I think it's about the talent of the guys there too. That's the other piece, right? Like, you look at Christian McCaffrey, right? And obviously he's been banged up his entire career. But the things that he can do at the running back position, both in the pass game and running the football,
he's worth the top 10 pick.
Exactly.
And I think Jeremiah Love could be, because he's a good receiver as a running back. No, he's a great receiver as a running back. They can line up in the slot and run routes like a receiver. So he's different. He's a different beast.
We got a lot to talk about here, because I really like a lot of the moves that were made.
We're going to talk about it.
And the flexibility that's happening. That's just played out in one day for this Chiefs organization, based on the moves the last week and a half.
We have Mark Bo Richter in studio. We'll be right back after this on WHB. Hello there, Kansas City. Stephen St. John here for Joe's Kansas City Barbecue. And right now, Joe's is featuring a Lenten menu with wonderful specials that if you are looking to enjoy some delicious seafood options every Friday until Easter, go to Joe's Kansas City Barbecue. You can choose between a soft shell crab or fried shrimp po' boy served on a toasted bun with Joe's coleslaw, sliced tomatoes, and their house-made remoulade. And you get the sandwich and your choice of side for just $15.99. And as always, Joe's offers the smoked portobello mushroom Z-Man all day, every day as an additional option. So when you go out on Friday, like me and my wife were last Friday, looking for something delicious to eat with some fish or delicious vegetables or whatever you got to do to get through Lent, go to Joe's Kansas City Barbecue. Get that soft shell crab po' boy, get the shrimp po' boy, heck, get that smoked portobello mushroom Z-Man. All at Joe's Kansas City Barbecue, all 3 locations. And when you go to Joe's, you better don't speak with your mouth full, though, all right? Then you tell them Stephen St. John sent me.
SJ is brought to you by Walker Medical Linen Service. Locally owned, HLAC certified, and trusted by Kansas City's top hospitals and clinics. Walker Medical Linen Service. Clean you depend on. Online at walkermls.com.
Kenneth Walker, the running back. It begins from the 35. And Walker, as he loves to do, bounces it outside. Right around the first down. He's knocked out of bounds at the 45-yard line. It is a pickup 10. Second and 10. Trying to get Walker to bounce to the outside. There he goes. Walker down the sideline. Kenneth Walker into Patriots territory. Might be out of bounds farther back.
Welcome back to the show. So, there was a point last night where Seattle teammates